Hey, it's John with Whirlwind Games, and we're here with Justice.
What's up, guys?
Hey, tell us what event you went to today.
Lexington, Kentucky Regional.
All right, what place did you get?
I got 19th with Mathmech today.
Awesome. Well, you want to show us what you got?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Starting with the best card in the deck, Circular. This deck can only play because of this card. This card is insane. It gets you to your Mathmech Superfactorial. And honestly, when you need like induction or equation, this is one of the best cards in this entire deck. Your best normal summon of the deck, 3 Diameter. And then 2 Sigma, because Sigma is one of your best extenders. He usually is what you want to send off Circular. And then it just, after you special summon him from grave, Circular resolves. And then you get your spell trap. For your extenders, I'm playing 1 addition, 1 subtraction, 1 multiplication, and 1 nebula. Multiplication is your OTK button with the Geo Final Sigma, and then nebula is a special summon if you need it. So basically what these do is when it's synchro summoned, nebula gives it 2 attacks, multiplication doubles its attack, subtraction targets a card on the field, drops it by 1,000 to special summon. An addition does vice versa of this, it just gives it 1,000 special summons. That is all that I run for the Mathmech engine.
Sounds pretty solid.
Yes, sir. It worked really good today. I really didn't ever think I needed more names. So your best extender, Parallaxy. This thing is busted when it comes to your first turn combos. Parallaxy is a clutch.
So are you just making Babusco with that?
No. You can't make any of the good Xyz, man.
All right.
Can't make any of them. We'll do spells because I have hand traps in the back.
Cool.
So for spells, equation, it's a monster reborn plus 1,000. Called by the grave. Probably should be banned. Card came up clutch today.
Play it while it's still legal.
Cyanide minings. Ignore the 2 rares. I wanted ultras, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
This is another really good card for the deck. If you play Mathmech, you have to play minings because this literally just gets you to Circular. And this deck is like Circular Turbo. You need to get to Circular to get combos going. The best card in the deck today. This card came in so clutch going second. I beat my last game Sprite player because I was able to drop at his board, make Final Sigma, and hit him for 12k. So
sounds
droplet. Good. Oh yes, it was beautiful. Like literally. Small Worlds at 2. Basically bridge to Circular. Like I said, Circular is the key to this deck, and you play anything that you can to get Circular to hand. Just a really good board break. I was playing 3, but I decided to cut it down to 2. 2 did perfect. I seen it when I needed it and didn't see it when I didn't need it. So
yeah,
that sounds like
I feel like 3 has been a little breaky.
It really has been. 2 has been perfect.
Yeah, because with my decks, I didn't have Small World, so I was running 3 triple, and it was like, ugh. But yeah, I've got Small World now, so the
Small World's amazing. I love Small World in this deck. Onto the traps. Superfactorial, best card in the this deck, hands down, aside from Circular.
It's like Revolt, right?
Yes, Revolt. It's hard to determine if this is actually a little bit better because even though Revolt gets you like a banish off Omen and stuff, this gives you a send from hand, field, and face spell and trap zone. My bad. And then it also turns into an Omni negate when you go for Diameter. So I don't know. That sounds pretty good. The best optimistic mind in this deck. The deck has an in-archetype optimistic mind. As long as you control a Mathmech, you can send this to the graveyard and pop it. And honestly, the attack game from this today actually came in clutch because I think it was like my game 6. I was just beating a guy down with Heat Soul and Linkaribo for 800, and then I was able to draw into like 2 other Mathmechs and just start hitting him even higher and hit for game. So the attack gain actually came in clutch today as well. Onto the hand traps. My ratio, I mean, not my ratios, but some of the hand traps I chose were kind of niche. but they worked. So Ash Blossom, obviously, best hand trap. Ghost Spells were a last minute addition, which came in clutch. Like, I resolved this against the final game against Sprite. He went to do the Smasher, the one that banishes.
Yep.
And I chained this to Smasher since it banishes, and I was able to push for game afterwards. The one hand trap did not come up at all today. I don't know what it is, but I did not see Crow at all. But luckily, I did not face a single tier element player, so Crow did not really matter that much.
I was about to ask, like, did you see tier any?
Oh, no, it was not tier. Double Nibiru. This card actually did not come up as much today. I think I resolved it like once. And then for the last hand trap, 3 Imperms, because Imperm is good. And
gotta love it.
Yes, sir. That is a 41 main deck. Onto the extra. So we start with Final Sigma. Made it once. Game 8 hit for 12k. Game 1. That's all it did. It's a towers, does double damage, and when you do it with multiplication, it becomes 6k. It hits for double damage. Basically the best XC in the deck. It has multiple abilities. Like if I played Floodgates, if you can detach like 4 materials from it, you get a spell trap. 2 is a Mathmech card, and I can't remember what the 6th one is, but you really don't use it. But its ability to tribute a Cypherus on board to special summon a Mathmech from grave came up so much today, and it was one of the main reasons why I was able to OTK going second with access code. And it's like Alibertian, but I suck at pronouncing names. This one is your superfactorial target. Basically, when it succeeds summoned, you touch up to 1 to 3 materials. It's send a monster, send a spell trap, and send a card from hand. It doesn't target, so even if they respond to it, you still get to rip something out of hands. But it's really needed for the deck. And then onto the links, access code. Nothing to say there. It's access code.
It wins games.
Yes. Mech Knight Crusader of Aeromax. Didn't make it once today. I think this is mostly for my tier game, but no tier, so not useful.
Right.
Amazing card. I love Transcode Talker. It's basically my bridge to OTK for access code, because you summon back Update Jammer, link them off, and access code can hit for 2 attacks at like 53. The most underrated card in this deck, Heat Soul. This thing put in work against my Mystic Mind players. I was able to draw into all of my outs to Mystic Mind when I needed them, drawn into my hand traps when I needed them. This card is very underrated, but Heat Soul is, oh my god, it's a godsend in this deck.
Yep.
Update Jammer, not much to say. It's Update Jammer.
Yep. It goes with the access code.
Yep. Splash Mage, another good card. I'm thinking about bumping up this to 2 because Splash Mage was really good today.
So just resurrects anything from grave, and you keep lake climbing.
Yes, sir. Cypherus Wit Kid, a really good key piece to the deck. Basically, whenever I normal summon or special summon a Cyphers, banish 1 from the grave, add a Cypher's Tuner, which gives you follow-up. And it also has protection effects on itself and the cards it points to. IP, pretty standard. Devotee, again, pretty standard. Gives you tokens to let you extend into like Wit Kid and IP. Disciple, basically just to pair up with Devotee and get you a draw and put back, get rid of some of the dead cards in your hand. Link Karibo came up multiple times today. Negate some imperms and stuff. I think I even negated an evenly match with Link Karibo. What? So yeah, it was good, man. That was a good game. Onto the sideboard, Pankratops. This card came up a lot against my Sprite matchup, and it put in a lot of work against the deck. I was able to clear Toad and the Elf off board because they were under droplets, and then he just took care of the rest.
Right.
The Gamma Engine, another card that I was citing against the Sprite matchup. Game 8, this actually helped me win Game 1 against them as well. Because they did the blue effect, I think it was, the one that adds a Sprite card.
Yep.
And I had Gamma in hand to stop it, and he had no way to extend out afterwards because he needed the blue to be on board. Back row hate, 2 Cosmics, Feather Duster, pretty standard.
Yep.
Anti-spell.
We love it.
Beat my flu game. This card definitely needs to go or get limited or something. I don't know, but this card was really good today. Triple D barrier. Not gonna lie, didn't use it once at all. Never wanted to side it in.
Yeah.
But still a good card. No questions asked.
Well, if you see tier, you probably would have sided it in.
We don't talk about that. And the last card is Red Reboot.
Sounds pretty solid.
Yes, sir. And that is the whole Mathmech profile that I had run for the Lexington Regional.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Justice.
No problem, guys.
There he is. Do you have any shout outs or anything last thing you want to say?
Tony, and Christian. And shout out to the cameraman, John, today for filming the deck profile. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, thank you, Justice.
No problem.
All right, bye.